Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Bama Standard, brought to you by Workspace Solutions and Oakmont Financial Partners. But you know what? I'm not going to worry about all that. Tonight, the man, the myth, the legend, Marvin Constant is back from the transfer portal. Welcome back, sir.
Hey,
Man, we're glad to have you back.
yeah, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
Thanks, back. TIP. I mean Marvin.
I'm back.
Oh, hell no.
I know, right? We
And
thought he was
Steve's
going.
here. Steve Brown, baby.
What's happening, man? How y'all doing?
Steve, I thought you said he was going to the Miles Standard. He wasn't going back here.
Man, what you got in that jug? Some cut up cucumbers and Thunderbird?
No, it's lime, man. I got lime in here, man. Lime. It boosts your immune system. Lime water. You know,
Man, you stop kissing them nasty old ladies. You won't have to boost your immune system, man.
I told you about them Jackson groupies, man.
Hey, man.
When you were here a couple weekends ago.
Boy.
Hey, man.
I know your mama told you can't put your mouth on everybody, everything, Steve.
Hey, man. Hey, I kissed one of them Jackson girls, and my wisdom tooth started itching. I'm like, damn.
Oh.
Man, just to let y'all know, at 6:20, we are going to be joined by Jalyn Armour-Davis, and we're going to give him some props for his career and get him ready for the NFL. But before we do that,
You also signed the Rock Nation.
yes, sir, and welcome in Bo Scarbrough. Well, there. We thought you went to the transfer portal, man. You jumped out for a second.
Nah,
What up,
man.
Bo?
What's happening? What's going on? Just got my new phone back.
That's what's
Okay.
up, man. You had a
You
little.
finally upgraded from that flip phone, huh? You need a tutorial?
Nah, man, I lost. I
I'm
lost
going to
it.
show it. I'll call you right back.
I know, yeah, like he came back and he won't even shut up. He come back cracking jokes off from the rip.
Hey, man. Hey, actually, we did a little private vote, and we didn't want you back, but Justin said, bring him back, man. Just bring him back.
It was the Christian thing to do.
Right.
Yeah, I hear.
But listen, man,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's been a month, and we've gone through the playoff game and the national championship, and nobody has heard what was on your mind, Marvin. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and get started with constant chaos. Just unload, brother. Just unload. I know you got a lot to say.
Hey, Marvin, before you say anything, congratulations, man. Congratulations,
Yes,
real talk.
congratulations,
I just want to tell you
brother.
congratulations, man. And I'm gonna let the cat out the bag. Marvin did not get reconstructive knee surgery. Marvin had a baby. But look, months and months of constipation, and he finally went and got it done. So, hey, man, hey, congratulations. You know.
Did you sign the waiver at the moon wings?
Yeah, no.
No, that's what happened.
But in all seriousness, after watching the playoffs, watching the first round, watching the championship game, my take on this is not going to be what everybody thinks. I'm actually going to say, given the circumstances, losing our top two receivers, playing without our starting corners, playing without our starting outside linebacker, playing without our starting right tackle, playing with who knows who at center, I think that they gave all that they could give because, again, man, they were playing a lot of men down. So, I'm going to say props to them. They did, the job well done. And I know if they had all their starters, on that back end, it would have went a lot differently. It's hard to replace 2,000-yard receivers. It's hard to replace your two starting cornerbacks because the one thing about football, the starter is the starter for a reason, okay? If he wasn't better than the guy behind him, the guy behind him would be starting. But the starters are the starter for a reason, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of these young guys and a lot of these guys who came back to build upon what they started and to just grow from there. But if you want to talk chaos, I'm gonna direct it all at Michigan, who got their ass handed to them by Georgia. And now all of a sudden your coach wants to go back to the NFL because he said recruiting is unfair. fair. Nobody wants to come up north to play anymore. What a crop of bull, man.
Who said that?
Harbaugh.
Okay, okay, hold on. Wait. Now, Marvin, you gave props to all these people, man. And I did too. Everybody did a wonderful job, but one. Apparently, you must have been asleep or knocked out or something.
19.
Yes. He and then he had the balls to say, "Hey, man, you know what?
He dropped them.
I messed this up, man, and I'll be back next year to fix it." Like Hall did. Like Hall did. He gave us lackluster effort. And you know what? If I'm just gonna take a wild guess, Bo, were you down? You were on the sideline with the team, right?
Yeah.
Did they kick his ass in the locker room after the game? Tell the truth. I'm sure they did.
Oh, you talking about for the Natty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I ain't go to the Natty.
Okay. He went to the playoff game.
Well, here's the thing. I watched that game, and he didn't look like his head was in that game from the start.
Yeah,
he didn't look focused.
We talking about Billingsley.
I know. He didn't look like his head was in the game at all. He didn't look focused. He didn't look like he really wanted to be there. And clearly he didn't, because he's already jumped ship and gone already.
Yep.
So clearly he was physically there, but mentally he was probably already in Texas.
No, hey man, look at who recruited him. Jeff Banks recruited him to Alabama. One thing about Jeff Banks, he will recruit the most talented guys. When you look at the work ethic, sometimes those guys that Jeff Banks bring in don't necessarily have the best work ethic.
Well, you know what, man? The thing is, I believe that what happened with him, again, you're right, Marvin. He was already checked out. And just like Bo checked out, putting the minutes on his phone.
Steve, he over there trying to put a song in the background on his voicemail.
Secret love. Yo, this
Hey, listen, hey. I'm trying to say though.
Steve, when we call Bo, we're gonna hear his funky cold Medina playing from now on.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, I'm trying to set it up to where when you call me, it don't even ring. It just start playing that. This is a man's world.
Hey, so listen. Hey, so I think what happened was
James T. Here's a little crack on Jeff Banks. JT said Jeff Banks' judgment on players might be as good as his judgment on girlfriends and pets.
Hell no.
So what you're saying is he has a shelter dog.
Hey, man,
remember that story that came out about his stripper girlfriend and Monkey? The pole assassin guy. This is who he's talking about.
Hey, man, Billingsley checked out, and I think, you know who was in his ear the whole time? I believe it had to be Ben Davis. Ben Davis was in his ear the whole time. I'm telling you.
Come on down to Texas, man. But you know what? But in all seriousness,
sit with me.
He had what one of my coaches used to
sit.
say all the time. He suffered from the poor me's. You know, poor me this, me that. Man, get over it. You here to do a job, do your job. Ain't nobody caring about your feelings. At this level, your feelings, you left them in high school. This ain't about feelings at this level. You know, that poor me crap ain't gonna get you nowhere but a one-way trip to the bench.
Yep. And honestly, I just didn't see them playing him anymore after that Texas A&M game. You know what I'm saying?
He checked out.
And the thing is, you bring him back for the national championship. You have running routes. You are
missing blocks.
No, and then one block that they kept playing over and over was the block with when the guy tackled B. Rob in the backfield. He gave no effort on that block at all. None.
So, Bo, I know you've been hot on this transfer portal stuff, and you didn't get a chance to speak about it on Steve's show last week. So, because your CB radio was out. But if you would, man, tell us your thoughts on the portal, man. We got over 170, I believe, now in the transfer portal.
Hey,
so,
Bo, why do Justin keep taking shots at you, though, man? Did I miss something?
I don't know why he at me. I'm just trying to set my phone up.
Well, Bo is setting everything up here, so I'll go ahead.
No, I'm ready.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
Do it, Bo.
Steve.
Dramatic pause.
I apologize about Friday.
Man, that squash, man, you good. You good, man.
Right,
you
cool.
good. Go ahead.
The pole assassin got his phone.
This is my thing right here. And Marvin, I'm pretty sure you can agree to it. Back when your time and my time before all this other stuff was going on, when we committed to a team, we committed. You know what I mean? We committed to the school. You know what I'm saying? Like we committed to the tradition and the fans and the school system, the program that they have. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter how many great players we had. We came to work to compete to be the best. If we practicing and playing against the best, who else can be the best besides us? If we practicing against the best of the best and competing day in and day out, being evaluated by everything we do, making us become a man earlier, handling responsibility early, 18 and 19 young men that nowadays is running from competition, running from the responsibility, running from becoming a man. You know what I'm saying? That transfer portal, man, I don't agree with it, because once you make a commitment to a team and you get there, just because you don't like how it's going, you want to run from the situation. No, handle the situation like a man. Do what you're supposed to do when it's supposed to be done, and where it's supposed to be done, and how it's supposed to be done. But now they want to do it the prima donna way. If it ain't going their way, they want to run from the situation. Now, work, compete, get your spot back, get back whatever it was that you lost. You know what I mean? Like, work to become that player. Like, why are you leaving? This is the best program in America. Coach Saban gonna get you ready for the real world, not just football and winning national championship. That's why he say a student athlete. Student come first, then athlete. They don't pay attention to that. You know what I mean?
Bo, sorry to interrupt you, but I just want you to add one thing to what you're saying. You know when this all really went bad is when they put in that exemption to where people don't have to sit out for a year anymore. When they gave them that free pass, that's when you seen it was like everybody.
And they running.
But I'm gonna tell you something else too. What's crazy, and I'm here in Georgia. A lot of the Georgia players that played in the national championship, they transferring too. So I'm like,
they got their ring. It's time to go play now. They got the ring. That's all they want. They got that. Now they just want to go get on the field somewhere. That's
crazy. I mean, I'm like, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, several Bama players. I was like, okay, bye. Like Billingsley and Paul Tyson. All right, bye. But the rest of them, I just didn't get that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get it.
Now, I'll say this. A lot of people looked at Billingsley and Drew Sanders as crippling losses. If you look at the reports out there, Drew Sanders would have been a crippling loss if Dallas Turner didn't become the dog he's become. You look at Dallas Turner, that's a cat from a completely different cloth. Like, people realize Dallas had more sacks as a freshman than what Will Anderson had as a freshman.
I was saying it last year.
And you put both of those two together next season, then not to mention, you still got Chris Braswell, you still got Quandarius Robertson, you still got Keanu Colt. Now you can sign Jeremiah Alexander.
And you got Ben Davis back.
To do what? Wipe the bench down before games? Hey, listen, man. Here's the thing you got to understand about Dallas Turner. He's slim. He's thin. You give him an off season in the training program, and they put that weight on him, and he gets some strength behind it. Him and Will gonna be something nasty next year.
You mean him and Turner?
Nasty.
You mean Turner?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be Mitchell the quarterback all over again, without a doubt.
Man, we could just get a middle linebacker.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Stephen S. Smith, you already got a middle linebacker picked out, man.
I would say so. Christian Harris is going pro. I kind of would like for him to come back.
I wasn't talking about his position.
He's talking about Henry Toto.
You mean Henry Toto? Yeah. See, that's where losing Moody stung a little bit. because I want to see Moody right there, but the guy like Deontay Lawson, that boy.
Yeah.
That boy.
I want to see it because, the thing about a linebacker, man, for me being a middle linebacker, it does you and your unit no good to make tackles 5 or 6 yards down the field.
Okay.
If you making tackles as a middle linebacker, you better be 2 yards from that ball or behind the line of scrimmage making those tackles. 5 yards down the field, that's 2nd and 5. That's a manageable down. They're ahead of the sticks now.
So, and that's what you're going to get from Lawson, but also from Kendrick Blackshire, brother from Texas. You're going to get that from both of them two. Now, I thought
see it from somebody. Get in there, put your head in there.
Now, I really thought that Christian Harris and Henry T were both going to go. When I saw Henry T come back, I was like, this is kind of interesting here.
Because he know his stocking. You talking about being a middle linebacker in the NFL. That's a completely different ballgame, brother. You can't get that guard off you. Oh, you screwed, man. You can't get that guard off you. And you can't get over the top of that tackle. You might as well stay at home.
I don't think what's his name should live. Christian Harris.
All right, guys. Our guest has arrived. Stephen M. Smith, since you're the best hype man in the business, I want you to properly introduce him. What's going on, brother?
All right, people. We got the man from Mobtown. We got the man from Mobtown playing in St. Paul, baby. Came in here as a 4-star in 2018. One of my favorite corners to ever cover. Can lock you down and clean your clock out at the same time and pick the ball off. He did have 3 interceptions this season. Let's just call it that fact right there. We got Jalyn Armour-Davis. Let's go.
Let's go. What up, man?
I have a question. So who's more famous, you or Stephen M. Smith from your hometown?
I'm gonna say Stephen M. Smith.
Man, if you need him to call you out on draft night, we'll rent him out that night for you, man, because I don't think anybody can give an intro like that.
I'm gonna have to think about it.
All right, so Steve Brown here. Question. Let's go and get it popping. Listen, you didn't play in the Natty, and I was disappointed. What happened, man? Hemorrhoids? What happened?
Injuries, man.
Yeah, I know. I was watching the Cincinnati game, and you kind of turned awkward a little bit, and I was like, man, did you re-injure it or what happened?
I re-aggravated in the beginning of the Cincinnati game. I tried to stick it out and fight my way back for the playoffs, and just unfortunate the way it happened. It's part of the game, injuries, but I definitely was trying my best to get out there on the field.
Yeah, man. In about 20 years, you're gonna be getting all type of surgery. I can tell you from experience now.
Hopefully not. Hopefully I don't. But it's definitely getting rough.
Hey, take it from an OG, baby. I just came off another knee surgery. Hey, 20 years later,
that ain't what it do, man.
Oh, you got about 10 more years, Bo. Yours coming too. Don't worry.
Hey, listen. I know it, but I can't wish it up on nobody else.
I know. But this helmet and this jersey, you pay a price to wear them.
Yeah,
that
price,
you still gonna be ready to lay on down the road.
Because I got mine from Dick's Sporting Academy, and my jersey was like, I think $79, and the helmet, the little helmet, I think it was like 20 something. So you gonna pay a price.
Y'all ever been to a game and y'all seen that fan with that Hutch helmet on? That's Steve over
there. Hey man, so Jaylen, what round do you think realistically you're gonna go in?
I don't know, man. Only time will tell because so much happens between now and the draft. This process is a lot to go into it, so I don't really think about it. I mean, I'm just living by the grace of God, and whatever He has planned for me, that's what's gonna happen.
Hey man, listen, that's a wonderful thing. But from this point on, you saying think first, because you still got the what do y'all do when y'all do all the runnings?
Combine.
The combine. I know you're gonna kill that. So hey man, your draft stock is going up. I believe in you, brother. I think you're gonna do well. You're not gonna be like Marvin and and do what he did. He didn't even show up. I don't know why.
Hey, Steve went to the combine and ran the 40. That clock's still running. Well, hurry up.
But Jaylen, man, I mean, just for you to be able to, at this point now, provide for your daughter in ways that you could have never imagined, like, what's that emotion like for you right now?
I mean, it hasn't really hit me yet because it hasn't came. But to have the opportunity to, even be discussing that or even be thinking about it, it's a blessing because, I mean, it's not a regular situation. I mean, when we talk about Alabama football and Alabama football players, it becomes regular because we're talking about it every year. But when you look at it from the player's perspective and, what you come from, what you're around, it's not a normal situation. So just to be able to, be in these type of topics, it's a blessing for me. So I look forward to it for sure.
That's what's up, man.
All right, hold on, Steve. Hold on.
I got to ask you this.
Hold on, Steve. Hold on. I got a question for you though. Because see, me and Bo, we kind of old school, I guess. We didn't get the pleasure of this NIL stuff. So as a player, what is this NIL like from a player's perspective? Because all the money that we got was illegal. Now it was just like,
Marvin.
Marvin trying to shut the damn program down.
Hey, man, listen.
Right here,
we
this is recorded, Marvin.
Probation for our crimes. And, you can't penalize us twice. That's why they was on probation in 02 and 03. You can't penalize us twice. Cat's out the bag.
Hey, man, I'm just still mad. I'm just still mad you let Bama buy you that old ass Cutlass. But go ahead, Marvin. Go ahead.
but what was the NIL process like? What is that like? Because I couldn't imagine getting paid in school while I was playing legally.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool for the guys that's involved in it, but I didn't really do much in the NIL things. I mean, I had some opportunities, but most of my opportunities was starting to, come towards the end of the season, and that just wasn't my main focus at the time. So I didn't take part in it as much, really. But for the guys that is taking part in it, it's never a negative thing. I know that. So I think it's positivity that is bringing to college football. Some people think it's a distraction, but it's all based on the player, if you ask me.
That's what I'm talking about.
But
man.
you know what? Marvin, you must have missed out because when I was playing, you had
an NIL.
I had that NIL, but it came from the coaches, and the coaches would always give me NIL. They were like, "Not interested, leave." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, sir." So Jaylen, you got a daughter? You got a daughter?
Yeah, I have a daughter.
That's what's up, man. Hey, that's what's up, man. Do your thing, man. Yeah. Because, man, and he asked you about take care of your little baby. Do that, man, because these child support letters still coming from me. But look, so do your thing. Do your thing, brother. Do your thing. You notice when I mentioned child support, Marvin left.
he entered the portal.
Hey, man, I'm here, man. What is you talking about, man?
Hey, Justin said when they mentioned child support, you went into the transfer portal. He's trying to transfer to another show. Hey, man, Jaylen, and never mind. I need you to in the next 5 minutes, I need you to hold your breath because Bo over there rolling weed for everybody. So we're gonna smoke it while we.
It's prescription, Steve. It's prescription.
Marvin went back to the portal.
I mean, Marvin tripping, but Jaylen, like, go ahead, Bo.
But I had a question for Jaylen.
Go ahead.
What are some of your goals during this draft process?
One, to be able to perform as much as I can, obviously with the injury and stuff like that. So try to get as healthy as I can, as quick as I can, to be able to showcase the world what I know I'm able to do athletically. But I mean, only time will tell with that. So one thing I can do is just sharpen my mind and be ready for interviews, be ready to, step on the whiteboard and show the coaches how smart I am and how much I know the game and how versatile I can be able to play the entire secondary. So really the short answer to that is just control what I can control, and the rest gonna handle itself because I trust my abilities, whether it's mentally or physically. So if I'm able to go physically, then I'm gonna show them what I can do. If not, then I'll show them what I can do mentally. So just control whatever it is and be where my feet is. The rest gonna take care of itself.
Hey man, watch a lot of Madden.
Hey, hold on. So you saying you can cover me?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah. New wheels too, baby.
Yeah, I'm saying I can.
Man.
So Jaylen, let me ask you this, because I keep it real.
Like,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Donut on the Maserati. Marvin Nees. I was talking about Marvin Nees.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, a donut on a Maserati. Hell no.
No.
All right, so Jaylen, let me ask you this.
Hey,
let me ask you this.
Hey, the reason I said it is I seen that today.
Oh, that video he put up. Hey, so Jay, let me ask you this. And so I saw you on the sideline at the Natty. I saw that. So just keep it 100 with us. How many of y'all tried to fight Billingsley after the game? How many of y'all tried to beat him up after the game?
0.
Steve.
I wasn't really paying no attention to none of that. My job was, if I'm not gonna be able to game, then if I'm not gonna be in the game, then my job is to help the ones that's in the game. So if they on the field, that's what I'm looking at. When they come to the sideline, I'm talking to them. So that's the difference.
That's the difference between us. When we were there, man, I remember we were playing against Georgia, man. That boy missed that field goal. Man, I had to put Ronnie in handcuffs to keep from killing him.
Hold on, what?
I had to hold 4-5 people, man. These boys were trying to take his top off. Yeah, that field goal in the national championship.
Hey man, okay, all right. Okay, so how do you handle teammates who give, like, if you catch them just giving piss poor effort? What do you do?
Well, I mean, that don't really happen often. So in situations like that, it'll handle itself. But I know from within the DB room, we have a certain way of communicating within our group. Before the games, we always meet as DBs on Thursdays and even Fridays. So we have a certain kind of communication and a certain type of brotherhood and understanding as DBs. So that's the focus and understanding that I've had throughout the years. And I don't think you see any DBs. I mean, things happen as a defensive back, but you don't see no DBs not caring or whatever you may describe it to be. So that's what I'm focused on, and then I ain't had no.
I got a question for you.
What should we expect? He's smart. I can't.
What should we expect out of these young DBs next year and moving forward? Is there any one person in particular who we should watch out for? Because we all know there's always one person who fly under the radar and don't get no playing time as a freshman.
Well, first I'm gonna say, as far as what to expect next year, I'll just say growth, because they were thrown into a tough situation. I don't think people really give them credit for that. Obviously, with you being a highly touted athlete to even come to Alabama, people gonna look past that. But at the end of the day, they were thrown in some tough situations, and in the playoffs to just, they ain't been starting all season long, and now you expected to go perform like the guys that were starting all season long. So with them having that time, and with Kool-Aid, he was a true freshman. So I say growth going into next year and just being more comfortable, because obviously they're elite athletes. So
I tell y'all what, the dude that got the ball caught on him, what's his name in the next championship? Jackson. He gonna be a problem next year. That dude, I like his ball skills. I like his ball skills.
He can play.
So
I like him, man. I like him.
I got some for you, Jaylen. You said that the other guys was starting all year, and then they expect you to go out there at a short amount of time to perform.
Mm-hmm.
So in the league, we put in maybe 30 to 40 plays a day. We only run like 20 of them in practice.
Yeah.
You maybe get like 6 reps, and then you go out there during the game and then call a play that you never even practiced, and you got to perform. So I'm saying that to say you got to be ready when your number is called. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you gotta,
Yeah, I back up. I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm just saying.
I'm Yeah, I understand that part. I'm just giving you the heads up of which you about to face. You know what I'm saying? It's just little cheat code, so you just got to be ready for it. You know what I mean?
I get it. The last
cover it.
Yeah, the chant like in Ohio State last year when Jordan Battle got thrown out into the game, threw out of the game, and then I came in. I came in playing a position that I ain't practiced in months. Like everyone know me as a corner. I was, and people know in the past that I played star. I came in the game playing money, which is like a safety linebacker. I wasn't playing star or corner. So I get what you're saying because I was actually thrown into that situation in the natty, in the middle of the natty. So I get it. I'm just speaking on someone from someone else's perspective. I can't speak for how they view it. I don't speak for how I view it. But
Marvin, have you ever been thrown in that situation, like be ready when your number's called? Because they never called me because I had an alphabet on my jersey. But look,
but I had a different situation when I came in. I had an All-American ahead of me as a freshman, but the next year he transferred because he wasn't gonna play no more. So you make an All-American transfer. That means you on a whole different level of ball. But that ain't everybody. Everybody don't possess them type of skills.
Man, Marvin missed more tackles than Toa. Look,
you don't believe that? Hey, you know better than that.
Now, Jay. Now, for you, Jay, it's Coach Saban. He cross trains a lot of DBs. Like you have DBs playing all over the field, all over the secondary. Like, how hard is that to learn every position? You may come in the corner. By the time you leave, he got you learning star, safety, all of it. Like, how hard is all of that?
Damn, Stephen M. Smith, you'd have been a hell of a DB. You can see everything. Well, that's that panoramic on the field, boy. With nothing get behind you, boy.
But how hard is that, though, Jaylen?
I mean, it can be difficult. It just depends on the player and depends on how they approach it. And like for me, I remember my very first day at Alabama, I played corner and star from day one. So it can be difficult because we all know Coach Saban, and he don't care if you're a freshman or a senior. He don't care if it's your first day or your 100th day. He gonna coach you the same regardless. So I remember my early days of getting chewed out and all this stuff, and I'm sitting there wondering like, how am I supposed to know? Like I just got there and all that stuff. So it definitely can be difficult, but the more you embrace it and the more, the faster you can learn it, then just the better player you become and the more you can be trusted for times late in the season when somebody may go down or something. They know, hey, we've seen so-and-so play this position at a high level, or he's shown that, he may know what to do. He's not going to bust or anything like that. So that was something that even though it took me so long in my career to become a starter, I was always someone that could be trusted anywhere within the secondary and any game. So
a lot of people don't understand what that pressure is like playing at Alabama when you get in there. And it's like you said, you might not have played the position before, and they put you in there, or you might have talked about it, and they expect you to go out and do X, Y, Z. And it doesn't always happen as fast for some as it does for others. But as long as it happens, that's all that matters, because, again, everybody doesn't see the game the same way, So what one person might see something, you might so it's never like nobody has the exact same skill set. So, as long as it happened, that's all that matters.
Yeah, you just got to make it happen. However it is for you, you make it happen.
Exactly.
However it is, you got to figure it out. It may not be like someone else.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you good.
I got a question. And I've rarely seen this happen with you, but I got to call it. Why is it every time a DB get beat for a long bomb, y'all throw y'all hands up like somebody's supposed to be that back there? Right? Is that a DB thing?
Who did that?
I did it all.
Alabama or?
I did it all the time. I did it all the time in high school. But I'm just saying.
I'm gonna tell you, pass interference in everybody, man.
Kool-Aid did it. Kool-Aid did it on that deep ball.
Hey, no, I'm serious. From high school to the pros. Hey, from high school to the pros, I've seen DBs do it. Every time they get beat on a play, they'll throw their hands up. Like, where were you? Like, man, you was on the island by yourself. You know you ain't had no coverage back there. Come on now. So, is that a DB thing?
I got a quick question.
I mean, they get tough on the island sometimes. You just, It happens. It gets tough out there.
One of the things that I really like about you is, one, nobody is going to beat you for the ball or outwork you for the ball. What do you visualize when you're giving them that work?
What do you mean by that?
Like, what's going through your mind, man? Because anytime
your competitive nature, your dominance, your dog, that thing that makes you go out there and say, I'm about to whoop all y'all ass and ain't none of y'all finna catching it on me. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah,
thank you, Marvin.
That same pedigree as Stephen M. Smith. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I wouldn't even really say anything really going through my mind, because when it's just who you are and when it's your natural self, it's just day to day, especially being in Alabama, because like in fall camp, you going against the offense, stuff like that. That's how it gotta be if you're gonna be someone that's on the field. So it becomes regular. So I wouldn't necessarily say that it's like a certain way that I'm thinking in the game or I'm thinking about a certain thing. It's just what it is at that point.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Of course, one of my favorite moments, of course, it was the Tennessee game. We're going back and forth.
Bag on, baby.
Man, and we finally get some momentum going, and then all of a sudden, you take that ball out of the air that hit him hooker through, and you put that nail in the coffin, man. What was that like for you?
One, I should have scored. I say that.
True.
Scored. But
you should have.
Yeah, I definitely should have scored. But I mean, it was an exciting moment, just the way that the flow of the game was going. We definitely needed Tennessee. They go extremely fast, so we really need to get off the field because it can be a little tiring when they going snapping the ball after like 5 seconds of a tackle, stuff like that. So we needed it, and it completely shifted the momentum. And I mean, just the way it happened, being a home game, a night game, obviously the stadium's gonna be packed with it being a rivalry game. It just felt good. I mean, the crowd was going crazy. Your teammates hype. You got a couple former players on the sideline there to dap you up when you get there. I mean, that's what you dream of when you at Alabama.
No doubt.
When you're teaching young DB, when you're teaching young DBs, Jaylen, like what's the fine art of that ball in the air, making sure your head get turned quick to try to play that ball?
Well, first, it's really you got to have a feel for it. Everybody can't be a DB. You can't really just take a random guy and say, "Hey, go. Let me teach you how to play DB right quick." It don't really work like that. Like it's a position you got to be natural at. You just got to, you know what I'm saying? But I mean,
what you saying?
If you can't find it, you can't find it.
He said you flat-footed and you got them short ass arms. He said you couldn't cover with a lid.
Marvin, he didn't say all that. He didn't say
that's
all
okay
that.
Though. It's if you can't play corner, that don't mean you terrible. You just got to find different position. It's okay.
He got them little short arms. Who he finna press? He try to press somebody. He gonna be chest to chest with him.
You know what? Hey, Justin, I'm going back out there.
Hey, he's got eligibility left. Who's gonna be your NIL deal?
I'm going with Wayland, the blue with the.
Marvin, how much money we putting on mine and Marvin's 40-yard dash this spring?
I'm signing with Bishop Sycamore.
Hey man, listen, man. Now here's the thing, right? So I was talking, I was talking to Dr. Kane, and I asked Dr. Kane, I said, man, listen, I need this unit to last me for the rest of my life because I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Total knee replacement surgery is brutal. Man, them first 3 days, man, I was sitting in that bed, I was rocking, I was sweating, I was hot, I was cold.
That don't sound right.
Man, listen, if they cut 2 of your bones,
sound like COVID.
This new unit, but I kid you not, man. Listen, total knee replacement surgery is brutal, brother. But one of the things he did say, he told me don't run, and he told me I couldn't play golf. So I won't be running, and I won't be playing golf anymore, fellas.
Well,
so,
but hold on.
James Teague agrees with
for
you.
a certain amount of time or what?
Huh?
You can't play golf for a certain amount of time or what?
Well, he said that torque from swinging the club makes the unit wear out faster.
Hold on, so he told you can't twerk no more?
There goes his OnlyFans. Dang.
Okay, so Jay, let me ask you this. I'm sure you've been martial arts OnlyFans. All right, so Jaylen, I'm sure you've been all over Tuscaloosa being a member of the Crimson Tide. I'm sure you've seen a lot of sites or whatever, Denny Chimes and all that. So, what would be some of your favorite destinations in Tuscaloosa? Like if I'm gonna ask you like different places, like, okay, let's say I want your answer, your choice. The Holiday Inn or the Moonwinks?
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
I'm going to the crib.
Good answer. Good answer.
Man, I don't understand why.
But Steve Dean's got a question for you, Jaylen. Which defensive player do you pattern your football skills after?
I had to say Darius Slay and J.C. Jackson. A little bit from both.
Slay a dog,
So
too.
you're saying you didn't watch none of my coverage videos? Just because I played middle linebacker, I can go on an island now. Hold on now.
I don't think I'm going to use that technique.
Yeah, you can. Fantasy Island. Look,
I ain't going to use that. Nah.
Jaylen, so what has Brian Branch so hype out there, man? Because watching that young man play,
oh, I know, energy.
I get real excited watching Branch out there on the field. Like when you saw him spring ball, fall camp, what is it about Branch, man?
Yeah, dog. Simple as that. He's a dog. It don't matter where in the secondary he play. He's played every single position in the secondary at a high level. Mm-hmm. Not just the guy that you tried there and that's not his spot. No, he can play and start for us at any position. He just got that dog, and he a football player. He come every single day with the same intensity. He's not gonna come out there like, oh, I'm sore on my ankle.
I got a question for you. Why didn't we see Malachi Moore much this season?
Because he was hurt, right?
Bad back injury, yeah.
Yeah, that's a question y'all gotta ask coach. I can't.
Yeah, I know, because Malachi, I ain't gonna lie, watching Malachi dog too. But I
wonder why we didn't see him more than I read.
No, he was injured, Marvin. He was injured.
Everybody back there some dogs, or you wouldn't be out there.
Right. I'm just wondering. I'm like, did I miss something? Because I know he played a lot last year. So I'm like,
So I love Jordan Battle, but tell me it's time for a new hairstyle. That box cut ain't getting it no more.
Mad because you don't have hair, man. My God.
James Teague wants to know what's the best pizza place in Tuscaloosa. He says sources Chuck E. Cheese, but he refuses to accept that.
How old is JT? Talking about some Chuck E. Cheese. Is that where your daddy take you when you go to Tuscaloosa, man? They'll do it. He out of line for that.
They got good pizza though. I like Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
There's the answer.
You know what, y'all? You know what? I thought you were a mature young man. You still eating Chuck E. Cheese pizza? You got to be ashamed of yourself.
Man, food is food.
You just lost me as a fan. He's
good. I'm gonna eat it. I don't care where it's from. If it's good, I'm gonna eat it.
Nothing wrong with that. Tia Carter wants to know who's going to be a cornerback 1 next year. And she says you can't say any of them.
I think
put a name on it.
I think the dude. So what do you think about the dude coming in from LSU? Is that hype or is he a dog?
No, he a dog. From
real
what
one,
I've seen, he a dog. But I mean, anybody that come to Bama, regardless of where you came from high school or another school, once you get here, you still got to prove it because our practices is a lot harder than some of the games. The people we going against day in, day out. So you still got to put it in once you get here. But yeah, he a dog. Yeah, coach wouldn't recruit him if he wasn't.
Hey man,
what makes those practices hard, Jaylen? Like what makes those practices so hard?
I mean, everybody out there is an elite athlete, regardless if you're a starter or a fourth string. Some of our walk-ons would give some people the work in the SEC. So it's just everybody out there is elite, and so you can't rely on just your raw athleticism or whatever you did in high school. Like you really got to come out there and perfect your craft. Like you really got to come out there with it every day, and it can't be a one-day thing. Or you can just because you had a good day yesterday don't mean that you're gonna move up the depth chart tomorrow. Like you got to stack it for all year.
All right,
I got a question. Go ahead,
Bama, everybody who played at Bama has a favorite moment.
Yes.
I know what mine is.
Here we
Bo
go.
knows what his is. So what was that moment for you, Steve. Nobody talking to you. You didn't even make the cut as equipment manager. So for you,
this man put my business in the street. This man put my business in the street.
Like my favorite moment, like something I did.
At any point in your career, whether it was on the field, off the field, because for me, it was with my teammates. We used to love to go fishing, and one time we got in trouble because we missed some workouts because we out fishing, coach looking for us, and they found out where our fishing spot was at, and it got ugly. But that was the most fun that I ever had, though.
I say the most fun or the funniest things that's been since I've been at Bama was, I can't even pick a specific day, just any moments in the locker room. Because it's some of the funniest things I've ever seen in that locker room. And it's some of the funniest dudes like on the team.
Watching Jordan Battle and Ziggy hit that jig dance though in the locker room.
That's like every day. That's just regular stuff when you walk through the locker room.
I gotta go.
You just walk right by them because you're used to seeing it.
I gotta go. So
people.
Go ahead, Marvin.
People don't understand those relationships, that brotherhood, that bond, man. So while I was out, they had one of the guys on who I played with, Terry Jones. And Terry told him about the time we went fishing one time, and it was about a 4 or 5 pound catfish. And you know, on the central air unit, it has an intake vent. So I creeped around to the side of their building. This was in June too. And I dropped that fish in their vent. Man, they cleaned their apartment every day for a month straight. They couldn't figure out where that smell was coming from. They had their air on. They didn't realize they were pumping the funk in their apartment. Boy.
Marvin, you nasty. You really nasty. Hey, so Jaylen, let me ask you this. Okay, who has been the toughest receiver to cover in your career, Bama? I mean, either on the team or off the team. Who's been the toughest receiver to cover?
Oh. That's a good question.
Ooh, because there's been some ones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I'm going to have to say Jaylen Waddle because, I mean, most of the time it's at Bama, he was in the slot and stuff, but he's an all-around receiver. He's not just super fast like everybody know. Like, you put him at the X and tell your best corner to go press him, he's going to have an issue. Here you go. You got to go out there and really go to work. So I'm going to have to say Jaylen Waddle, and part of that is because he gonna run every route at the same speed.
So, Stephen M. Smith, Tia Carter says that they say that you got 360 vision, not 20/20.
Hey, it's all right. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I got scope on these glasses. It's all good.
Hey, who was Tia Carter? Why Tia Carter coming for you like that, man?
I don't know, man. Everybody come for me, man. I spark controversy, man. I don't know.
He sparked controversy.
He does. Jaylen, you made that promo video for the New Mexico State game, and you talked a little about what it meant to play, for DBU. But you personally, man, what did it mean to you being a part of this elite group of young men?
Oh man, it means a lot. I think in our last game, in our last DB meeting, I was actually telling the guys to, cherish the guys that's around us. You know what I mean, and really just take a look at the people that's in the room and understand, that you're around some elite guys and elite athletes. So, you cherish those moments when you realize the guys that's in the room and when you realize the type of success is in the room. So it definitely means a lot, especially being in state. So it means a lot.
So Jaylen, you a junior, right?
Yeah, redshirt junior.
Okay, I'm a junior too. My dad name was Brown. Look, so don't do that. I'm trying to be serious. Don't do that.
Hey, Steve.
So let me ask you this. So Jaylen, let me ask you this. So you sure you don't want to change your mind? Because we want to go. We want to get this natty next year. You sure? You done?
We still gonna get that natty next year.
Yeah, it's gonna
but you evade my question.
He didn't answer your question.
Get the natty next year. Trust me.
Well, Steve Brown, I got a helmet. You ready to go out there? I got a helmet. I got some shoulder pads in that closet. All my Bama gear. Hey, you want to borrow and go out there? Feel free.
That's right. So what's crazy, Jay, is when you look at Bryce Young and Will Anderson, and both of those two are named permanent team captains, what was it about those two as just young dudes that they just took it and like everybody followed them so fast?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're verbal leaders, but their actions speak way louder than their words. it's a lot of people that can get up there and give a rah-rah speech to the team, but if you can't back it up, man, you ain't gonna have a lot of followers. And they proved to the team and got a lot of people to follow them because they wouldn't showed it before they came and start to speak. So, they earned it. As simple as that. They earned it from the team.
So does Will Anderson really look like he eat car parts in person? Because he look mean. He ate a whole carburetor for the game. Like he be ready to go. I love that dude. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something else, man. What's the guy on the other bookend? What's his name? The freshman. He gonna be a problem. He gonna be a problem.
Yeah,
Did you say that man looked like he ate a carburetor?
He be ready to go, man. I love him. But I'm telling y'all, man, y'all sleeping on dude. Man, look, what's his name? Is his name Jackson, the transfer? The guy that got beat at the Georgia game? What's his name?
Kyrie Jackson. Yeah.
He's gonna be a problem, man. The dude, hey, now look, I keep telling y'all, he was right there, no dude hip pocket. The dude just had a better play on the ball. That dude is a nice cover corner. I like him.
Yeah, he a dog. He gonna make it happen.
Man. I really like him, man. I really like him.
Yeah, he's serious.
Is he a tall corner too?
Yeah, very. Like 6'3".
Really?
Yeah.
He's taller than me.
He might got that friend like Dre Kirkpatrick.
Everybody taller than you, Steve. My God.
But
everybody know comedian short. You, Kevin Hart, all y'all about the same height.
Steve ain't never 5'5", man.
Hey, you meet him in person. You feel like you're a daycare.
Hey man, I'm 5'7", man. I'm 5'7".
I had to check him out when I came to this comedy show.
No, that be 5'5" for you get 5'7".
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's bad when it's bad when your car door taller than you. That's bad.
Y'all ain't never seen him at his show. He be standing on a milk crate behind the mic.
That is true. I set it up for him. But we really appreciate you coming on, Jaylen. Before we let you go, brother, tell us what's up next for you. And I'm gonna bring Kim and Lauren on.
We know what's next for him. What do you mean?
The pros.
Right. What planet are you on, man?
Well, I just want to
process. They about 2 months behind us, so.
I'm gonna bring.
He said, "Who is that?"
I told you they're gonna be here, man. I'm bringing them all on just to talk about what's up next for Jaylen, and he just signed a new deal with y'all. So y'all go ahead and talk it up. This is y'all's opportunity. We definitely appreciate y'all being on with us tonight.
Hey, how you doing?
No.
How are you,
you guys? You guys good? I'm good. I don't know if Kim, are you on?
Hi, everyone. Yes, can you hear me?
Hi. Well, I just want you to know that my name is Steve. I'm 5'7", and I got hair on my chin. That's not. I wanted to say that.
What's your need representation?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that. Yeah.
What's your Tinder profile?
Ladies, go ahead, ladies.
Steve?
Huh?
Steve, what's your Tinder profile username?
We're not. We'll talk about that after the show. But ladies, y'all go ahead and see what y'all gonna say.
Yeah, y'all go ahead. We'd like to give the floor to y'all now.
Sure, I'll go first, and then I'll kick it off to Lauren. But Jaylen is an extraordinary person on the field, off the field. He showcased his talents at Alabama, and he's going to continue to do that. The combine is going to be a huge opportunity for him, on the drills and also in the interview process. You guys see how eloquent he is, and I think he's going to really impress teams throughout the combine process in total and the pre-draft process. So the sky is the limit for him, and we're just fortunate to work with him and be along for the ride.
So can you guarantee us a first-round draft status? Can you guarantee us that, ma'am? Before we let him
I can guarantee you that Jaylen's going to go to the best fit possible for him. And, it's going to be exciting no matter what.
My coach told me that too, and I ended up at Shelton State, and they ain't even got a damn football team. So listen. So we want
you undefeated, huh, Steve?
Right, man. We want Jaylen to go in the first round. If you can get him there, we want him to go in first round. He deserves it.
I agree. And you know what? I know he's going to do everything, and we're going to do everything behind the scenes to help make that happen.
Okay, one question before I go. Will you follow me on MySpace? Don't even worry about it. People so rude, man.
This is our show every week.
every week,
man.
So who is the other young lady who's just staring at me? We've been gazing in each other's eyes for the longest. Can you tell who are you, ma'am?
My name is Lauren. I work at Rock Nation with Kim on the communication and PR side. Good. You guys are very entertaining. This was a great interview.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming. Well, I got it. Thank you for coming on my show. Listen, I put so much into this, and I'm glad that you're here and bringing Jaylen on. We appreciate that. The ratings gonna shoot up. Thank you so much for coming on my show.
Thank you for having him on.
Right. Listen.
Thank you for having him on your show.
Oh, no problem. Listen, if you ever in Atlanta, you come by the house now. You can't be loud because I stay with my mama. But look, don't even worry about it.
I'm about to put him in a penalty box. But anyway, Jaylen, man, we really appreciate you coming on, and we appreciate everything you did at Alabama, man. Very excited to see what's up next for you. You're going to kill it.
Round.
And one thing I ask is only answer phone calls from the Baltimore Ravens. Okay?
Hey, listen, man.
Ravens flock.
I got to say this to you, though, young brother, man. As a former Alabama player, man, I'm proud of you, man. I look forward to seeing where you go. That's one of the things that I enjoy most, man, is watching the guys who came after us, to see them play. And now that we all old and don't play no more, so we get the joy of watching all y'all, because, all the people I played with, everybody out of the NFL now, it's all done. We all old and beat up now. So I enjoy watching y'all, man. And thank you, man, for keeping my institution where it needed to be. And I definitely look forward to seeing where you go. Bama Sci-Fi and roll tide, baby.
Roll tide.
I got one thing to say. My time.
All right, so listen, Jaylen, this is what I want to say to you, man. Listen, wherever you go, man, I want us to hang out, brother. My number is 75. Well, look, they just sprint cut me off. I'm gonna give you my mama number.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you, everybody in the chat, for tuning in tonight. Tune in next week. It's going to be another big one. Slade Bolden will be with us, so we're going to keep this thing going. Thank you again, Jaylen.
Steve.
Thanks, all.
Steve,
y'all.
you need to get us some tickets to your show for harassing them, Steve.
Oh, no, I'm not stripping next week. So listen,
Nah, it's time for log out.
On that note, we are going to sign off for the night, guys.
Hey, good luck, brother.